How do you need to be real with yourself if you're the observer? I need to get out of my head and in touch with my feelings. If you love a 5, here's the question. I hear what you're saying. Tell me how that makes you feel. The 5 will give you the facts. Here's the budget. Here's where we're going. Here's our retirement. Here's my job. Here are the pros. Here are the cons. Here's what it says on Wikipedia. And that's great. How does that make you feel? And invite them to talk about how they feel and make it a safe place. The 5 needs to get out of their head and in touch with their feelings, with my feelings. Here's how the 5 needs to be real with others. I want to encourage you to memorize this verse, and if you're a 5, I'm sure you will. Proverbs 18:1, he who separates himself seeks his what? Own desire. Nowhere in the Bible does God call you to live for yourself. He calls you to die to yourself. He who separates himself seeks his own desire. He quarrels against all, wait for it, observers, sound wisdom. You get dumber on your own, not smarter. Not smarter. And let me just say this, there is no correlation in sociology between IQ and morality. You know what they found? People are not better people when they're smarter. They're just better at convincing themselves that what they're doing isn't wrong. So if you got a smart kid, it doesn't mean they're going to be good. It just means it's going to be hard to catch them doing wrong because they're smart. That was funnier than that. You can laugh at that later. My feelings are already hurt. It's okay. So what does this mean? If you're an observer, if you're a 5, you don't want to be in a small group. There's dumb people in there. But they understand life in many ways better than you do. And they can draw out things that you'll miss because you will never be who God's called you to be by yourself with your Bible in your backyard. And let me say this, 5s. You cannot worship a God who is community on your own. The prayer of Jesus is not that you would be one with him by yourself. The prayer of Jesus is that we would be one as God is one. That's the prayer. So you've got to press into community. You've got to press into relationship. You've got to make yourself available for date night, for talking, for relationships, literally for conversation, even if it's exhausting and everyone is stupid. Press in. Next, with God. This verse is kind of trippy. It's actually in reference to women, and most 5s are men, but not all. But it says this, always learning and never able to come to the knowledge of truth. You can know everything there is in the Bible and know nothing about God. And how do we know that? Because Jesus stood before Pharisees and he said, you think that the Bible leads to salvation when everything in it is about me. And you missed it. You need to learn. Listen to me, if you're a 5, connect with God in worship. I get it, it's scary. Song's kind of mushy. It's a little emotional. It's fine, embrace it. Connect with God with your heart. Connect with God with your emotions. Not every song and not every sermon needs to be dissected. Sometimes you just need to feel what God has to say.